Drive not ready.
Retry.
Unrecoverable application error.
Abort.
Keyboard error. Press F1 to continue. Not enough memory.
Abort. Retry. Upgrade to latest version. Abort.
Drive not ready.
Spooky, huh? But for anyone who's a direct channel business buyer, it's a nightmare that's all too familiar. With more and more products jostling for position in the marketplace, the choice is often confusing. Without the right kind of advice, it can be overwhelming. So, we at PC Direct have done something about it. We've created a new feature designed to provide the direct business buyer with all the information he needs to make sure he's getting the right equipment, to do the right job, at the right price, with the right support package. This new feature is already up and running. It's unique to PC Direct, and it's called Expert Buyer. Of course, PC Direct itself has always been dedicated to meeting the needs of the direct business buyer. We're the only UK publication devoted exclusively to the direct channel, and we already provide buyers with comprehensive editorial on what to buy and where to buy it. In fact, the total focus of our editorial and advertising package makes PC Direct a one-stop shop for direct buyers.
So, where have we got to with the file server testing?
Testing is nearly finished. The analysis is well in hand.
Okay, so we're close to finishing what we're doing on file service. We need to think about what we're going to do for the next subject for expert buyer. So, anybody got any ideas?
I was thinking there's also portable printers. There's quite a lot of those coming out at the moment. I've seen a lot of press releases, and also it follows on from the expert buyer we did on portable colour portables.
PC Direct's already well known as a magazine that's focused exclusively on the direct channel. And over the 2 years that we've been publishing PC Direct, we've got together a team that's become very experienced in all aspects of the direct channel. That's technical aspects and the buying process as well. In order to stay focused though, we need to make sure we keep in touch with our buyers, and it's become very clear that as the direct channel's matured, what our buyers want is increasingly sophisticated information to help them buy. What they're looking for is information that mirrors the buying process totally, and that is what we give them in Expert Buyer. Okay, so if there's going to be enough of them around, then we're not going to have the other problem where there's going to be loads of them around. We're not going to have to narrow it down anymore.
No, I'd say there's probably only about 10, 12 on the market.
Okay,
So,
and we're not going to miss any really wonderful new products that are due out with this kind of timing.
No, we look at specific categories for two reasons. One, if it's an unfamiliar area to our readers, something that they haven't come across before. Perhaps they're used to buying 486s, but not particularly fax modems. And the other reason is if we have seen some new technology that's starting to emerge that we're interested in, and we think that our readership will probably also be interested in as well. And we look at those in detail.
Okay, so that's our subject. We've got portable printers, we've got some things we can use to cut it down. We can tie that down a bit tighter if we need to afterwards. Right, then we've got to decide what we're going to do with all the surrounding information, what kind of things we need to produce there. So, in terms of the various sections like the buying and whatever. Well, having decided on the product, the next stage is to make a short list of products that are comparable in terms of price, performance, and so on. We then have to remember that different buyers have different requirements, so we have to try and establish all the strengths of the different products that we test. For some customers, for example, how much it costs to print a page might be more important than how fast a printer prints. So it's that kind of thing that we're trying to establish. We test things like speed to see whether products live up to the promises that are made for them. But for each product area, we'll also establish our own tests, including tests to see how easy products are to use, such as how easy is it to print an envelope in a printer. The aim of the test is not to find one overall winner. Instead, we try to establish which product is best for which situation or which user. Some users are interested in performance, others are more interested in running costs, or even the size and weight of a product. How about the feature? What do we have to do for that?
There are a fair few things that I'd like to concentrate in the intro feature this time on. Something like the requirements business, balancing output quality versus those very short print runs. You get the 30 pages and things, and the battery lengths being not much more than that.
Okay, so what would we have as the diagram in the technical panel then?
We could do a cutaway picture of the printer showing the printer paths and the different head technologies. I think that's probably the best way to do it.
We gather information on future trends by talking to the industry on a regular basis. We talk to analysts in the US and in Europe. We watch the stock market closely, and that ensures that we're always one step ahead of what's happening in the marketplace.
Yeah, I thought I'd cover the cost of consumables in my section because obviously that's got an impact on the long-term cost of ownership. And the other really meaty issue to cover in my section is going to be maintenance. It's the same issues that apply to portable PCs, really. It's no good having an on-site maintenance policy. You need to have on-the-spot maintenance, whether in Land's End or John O'Groats.
My role is to identify the issues that make all the difference for the buyer between a really good business purchase and a nightmare purchase. For instance, support is a prime example of that. And what I'll do is look at warranty agreements, read the fine print, find out if there's any loopholes. For instance, if you're taking a laptop abroad, will you get support there as well as in the UK? Will they come on site to support you, and how long can you expect to wait for the maintenance engineers to turn up? There are background issues that business buyers need to know about. For instance, any legislation coming from the EC, or changes in UK legislation, the Health and Safety at Work Act or something like that. And we explain clearly and concisely what this will mean for buyers. Each product category has different factors that affect the buyer. And what I do is try to get inside the buyer's shoes and really find those wrinkles. For instance, it might be something like a CD-ROM drive. Is it particularly prone to breakdown through dust? Or printer ribbons, they might be very difficult to get hold of or extortionately expensive. And it's information like this that really gives the buyer the inside story.
Expert Buyer combines the knowledge of all PC Direct's specialist staff to give our readers all they need to know in one place. This saves them time and gives them the confidence to make the right purchasing decisions. After all, knowledge is power.